Okay, here's the update on the bike itself. I do have the OEM tail section on now. I bought the license plate slash fender unit here from a guy. I put an ad out on Kijiji and I got a reply. It's a pretty nice unit, but it came when this was in black. So I ended up getting this one brand new off eBay. It was a new old stock part, so I swapped this out for the black one. And that is now kind of back to original. Can't say that I like the look of it a whole lot, but it's a lot more original, so I'm still weighing whether or not I'm going to take these Akrapovic pipes off and put the original pipes on it or not. But anyway, that's a decision for another day. And then the other thing I found is right here. You can see it, there's a crack. So I'm gonna, I have another one of these coming. It's kind of cracked right, you can see it right there. I move it. So I've got one of these coming, and I can repair that, get that swapped out. But there's always something. And then the other thing I have to get done in the next little while is new fork seals. I'll swap them both out and obviously change the oil on both, but this side here is leaking pretty badly. So I gotta do a bit of research, and I have the tools, whether it's Showa or Olin's, and it doesn't really matter too much, I guess, but we'll get that figured out in the next few days. And I do have new fork seals for it, so I have the fork oil, and we'll get that changed out. Hey folks, back again with a quick update on the Rossi R1 bike. So here it sits, waiting for all the repaired and repainted bodywork to come back. I dropped all that off at my painter about a few days ago, so I think he's hoping to get to that this week. I did get some doctor decals for the windshield, so that's good. And then I managed to get most of the decals I need. I have new Fiat decals for the other panel, and a number of others have come in as well from Yamaha. There's still a few to come, but the ones that are still on the way are just going to be spares. All the ones I actually need are already here in the pile, so when I get the painted panels back, I can get those on. So my hope is by the end of the week, sort of 4, 5, 6 days from now, something like that, I'll have all of the bodywork back and I can start putting this one back together. So once I get that stuff back, I'll show you how it all looks. I think I was supposed to do a video on the bodywork when I dropped it off, but I kind of forgot to do one. So I'll catch up with you when it comes back. Okay, here we are, an update on the Valentino Rossi Edition R1. And yesterday was a good day. I got to pick up all of the repainted parts. So getting the blue was pretty easy. I just took one of these side panels in, the original one. Took this one into the paint shop and they used an optical scanner, and then they color matched it. So the match is pretty darn close. There is a slight difference in the color, but it's pretty good. On this panel, all this was repainted here, but the decal will be over top of there anyway. This is a spare panel that I got, which was originally all black. So that'll stay as a spare panel for now. And then this is the panel that I repaired. So it was one, had the pieces missing there. It was all shattered and cracked. And then this is the piece that was missing that I grafted on. And I think the white was the hardest to match because it's a pearl white on this bike, and we went through three or so different pearl whites trying to get a good match. Did some spray out cards with different numbers of layers of pearl on the base whites, and we picked one that we thought was going to be closer, and when it actually went on the panel, it wasn't close enough, so we actually went to a different one, and it came out much closer. So we ended up, I think it's a Mazda pearl white, so a base and then a pearl coat and then clear coat. And once the decals go on this, you really won't be able to tell too much. It's pretty good. It's basically been painted through here because all this was all scraped up and cracked. So this has been painted. I have a new decal for up here, a new decal for the Packard bell to go here. And it was there's a scrape at the back here too. So it's been basically painted right up to here. And then it was the blend of the clear coat right over to this part right here. So it looks pretty good. If you look at it here, you can't really tell. You'll be able to tell even less once the decals are on here. You can actually see the color difference if you come and stand here and look at it. The original color on the right is a little more silvery in the pearl. But as I said, once the decals go on, it'll still be a damn sight better than having cracked and scraped fairing and tail section. So I'll keep you updated. We'll do another video as all the parts go back on and I start putting the decals on. Okay, so the first decal is back on, the Packard bell. And now I'm just getting ready to apply the other tail decal. So it's hinged. It's kind of stuck to where exactly I want it to be. And you'll notice that there's kind of a blue tinge to the bottom of this, whereas on the original one, it's pearl white at the bottom. And I guess decent quality decals, they've actually got like a blue, clear blue film over this decal. So that way you can squeegee it down, I guess, without damaging the color of the decal and the surface of it. So once it's all applied and stuck down, you can very carefully peel that blue film off, and it should look the same as the other one. It took quite a while to get the blue film to peel off this Packard bell sticker, but it did come off eventually. So we're going to get to this one next. Okay, a little more progress on the Rossi R1. The upper fairing is now back on, and it looks pretty good. I'm just looking at that, there's no way you can tell that upper section here has been completely replaced and grafted on and repainted. It looks really good, so happy with that. It's coming together. The next thing is this is the panel I repaired. It's been repainted, and then this is the giant decal that has to go on here. So I'm a little worried about this. Ordinarily, I just give this a go, but these decals are so expensive. This was $155 Canadian. I was just happy I was able to get it, but it did take almost 2 months to arrive from Yamaha. So what I've done is I'm hoping a guy from the local graphics company is going to come by and help me by putting this on for me. He could probably wrap or soccer ball in a piece of vinyl without a wrinkle. So I figured this one should be a walk in the park for him. So I'm hoping he can make it. He's really busy. We'll see what happens. All right, so here is the final product. Fiat decal is on the side panel. And that took the decal guy about 10 minutes. You put it on dry with none of the soapy alcohol water spray that I normally use. And it was unbelievable to watch how quickly and easily he did that. It makes a big difference when you know what you're doing, I guess. So there we go. We're good. All right, here she is, finally finished. Got all the panels back on. I think the only thing I say is it's finished. I actually have to change this foot peg out because it's not an original one, it's a copy. I do have an original one now in stock here, so that's gonna get swapped out. But aside from that, I think we're finished. Paintwork's done. The bike's running well. Everything's clean. All the repairs are effective to it. The original parts are back. I'm quite happy with the way it's turned out. I decided to leave the Akropovich, or Akropovich, depending on how you say it, I guess, pipes on it. It's got a full Akropovich system. I do have all the original pipes. As much as I want this to be an original bike, I think I'm just going to leave those pipes on there because they're kind of cool. And as long as I keep the original stuff, it'll be good. So there you go. All finished. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.